Hello, time for the Thursday Under the Cult of MS podcast episode where we talk all kinds of random stuff and do whatever. Woke up this morning to a note. Wife made coffee. Guess that's what I get when it snows out the second time of the year. Which is nice, but then I heated it up and I heated it up at my normal rate and it was very, very, very hot. So it's finally drinkable. And I'm doing the show now, so I will be having my coffee with the show. Uh, Something different to start out with. First off, I want to say Metarog hit his 1900 subscribers. So if you're a part of that and you subscribe to his channel and helped him hit those 1900 subscribers, Saturday, I guess he's going to do the giveaway. So if you want to find out more about it, go to Metarog, Metarog YouTube channel and see what he has to say about it. I haven't watched the video yet. I guess he put a video out saying when he was doing the giveaway and that he hit his 1900, so I still gotta watch that. But he was on a show that I was on yesterday, and he mentioned that Saturday is the giveaway. Let's see. I came across some old Believe It or Not books, so I figured what the heck. Mention some things from them. I could have my stuff all together so I can be ready for the show. I haven't been doing much gaming. I did go back to Borderlands. Tried to figure out the Roland character from Kevin Hart. Trying to pinpoint him. I think I know who it is. The Hunter character, but I'm not sure. It's just I don't remember the characters that I play all the time. So I went back, started another one, but wasn't really into it. So I set that aside, jumped into I went and checked out No Man's Sky because they had a new update. So I figured I'd check and see what their new update had to offer. So I started a new No Man's Sky run, but I am going to mess around with the MetaQuest 2 this week and see what's up with the VR gaming because I haven't put my VR headsets on in a while. And so I missed out probably on like 4 or 6 free games that I would have picked up. So I will get back to that maybe this week. At least check it out. I can't remember if I got Squirrel with the Gun on there or if it's on. I think it's on there. It might be on the Xbox. But the 5.5-year-old Mother Superior, Jean Catherine Agnes Arnauld, 1593 to 1671. So lived a respectful life. It's 71 plus 78 years old. Known as Mother Agnes, became the abbess or Reverend Mother Superior of the convent of Saint Cyr, Cyr, Kyr, in France in 1599, when she was only 5.5 years old. She ruled as the abbess for 72 years and is known to history as the most illustrious of abbesses for her competence and saintliness. Let's see, we got an Irish Empress. And Emerald Isle Colleen was Empress of Morocco for 30 years. She was Mary Thompson of Cork. Never heard that name. An Irish merchant named Shee, Shee, who resided in Cadiz, Spain, fell in love with the Celtic beauty while he was visiting the Oude Sod. He asked her to marry him and she requested time to think it over. The decision was in Mr. Shee's favor. and Mary presently found herself on a sailing ship bound for Cadiz and her new home. Barbary pirates intercepted the ship, took the young girl captive, and transported her to the slave marts of Morocco. There, the news of her beauty was carried to Sultan Sidi Mohammed at his palace in Meknes. The ruler redeemed her, and smitten with her looks, made her his empress. She shared his throne for 30 years, 1760 to 1790, and endeared herself to her subjects by her wisdom and mercy. Well, at least one person was saved from slavery. Let's see. What's this one about the old lady and the sea? Never since the first day when men went down to the sea in the ships have the fates and persons of 100 seafaring men been so shuffled, churned, and meshed for the achievement of a divine purpose. In October 1829, the schooner Mermaid, Captain Samuel Nullbrow, master, and 18 men aboard left Sydney, Australia, for Raffles Bay in Torres Strait, a stretch of water alive with reefs and shallows between Australia and New Guinea. The ship struck a coral reef and foundered. The crew scrambled to a rock above and there spent 3 days waiting to be rescued. They were taken aboard by the bark Swiftsure, which happened to pass by. 2 days later, the Swiftsure ran ashore and was wrecked. 18 men of the Mermaid and 14 crew members of the Swiftsure swam ashore and were stranded till the schooner Governor Ready, with 32 men aboard, hove into view. The castaways were taken off, and the ship was on its way to Papau when disaster struck for the third time. The Governor Ready caught fire and was a total loss within a few hours. 3 sets of survivors, now numbered 64, took to the longboats and drifted in the open Pacific. A new ship came to their rescue. It was the government cutter Comet, which took the shipwrecked men aboard, but not for long. The comic's end came in a sudden storm, and the long-suffering company, now enhanced by 21 men of the Comet, was cast adrift again in the immensity of the Pacific. They clung to the latest wreckage for an agonizing 18 hours until they were sighted by the Jupiter, bound for West Australia with 38 men of her own. Good thing they were on an area where there were lots of boats going through, at least. There must have been some dark murmuring aboard the Jupiter about jinxes and Jonahs, but the 85 men were picked up and rescued. They had hardly settled down when the Jupiter in turn ran on a reef and stove a hole in her keel. I mean, the Great Barrier Reef is off of Australia, so it's probably not a good ship bearing area, but I'm sure there's lots of other reefs abound in that area. Uh, it ran on a reef and stove a hole in her keel. There were 123 castaways now, with their 5 separate sets of captains and officers. They huddled miserably upon a slippery rock in the ocean until a sixth and final ship delivered them. This time it was the City of Leeds, a passenger schooner with 100 passengers aboard. Give me a second here. What's up? Your parts are in. They finally came in. It's taken forever. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's what I figured you were doing. So I was going to give you about an hour and then call you back. So. But yeah, when are you gonna come? Okay, if you give me a jingle, I'll open the garage door so you don't have to walk just through the snow on the back porch. But plow that area yet? All right, later. Burps on the phone as he's getting off. All right, where was we? Lost my place. Sorry about that. I had to order some four-wheeler parts for a friend. They took a while to come in. All right, passengers and crew were Google eyed with astonishment at the experiences of the survivors. Dr. Thomas Sparks of the city of Leeds walked a while among the saved men, listening to the hubbub, can't read this morning, of their voices. Suddenly he spoke. Are there any Yorkshire men among you? There was no answer, and the doctor continued. I require a Yorkshireman about 35 years of age. I need him to prolong the life of a very sick old lady. She is unconscious and calls for her son, whom she has not seen in 10 years. Unless we can find someone to impersonate the lad, we may soon have to bury her at sea. One of the rescued deckhands, a survivor of the Mermaid, spoke up. There are Yorkshire men and Yorkshire men. There are Yorkshire men and Yorkshire men? That makes no sense. What part of Yorkshire does the old lady come from? She is from Whitby. Then I think I can be of service. I am from Whitby myself. How old are you, son? I am 34, sir. You'll do perfectly. Come with me now. What is the name I am to take, sir? Peter Richardson. Repeat the name a few times so that you will not forget it. No need of that, was the hushed reply. I am Peter Richardson. uh, Peter Richardson saw his mother, and her joy was so great that she recovered and lived 18 years longer. It was as if the hand of Providence had arranged 5 shipwrecks in succession, without the loss of a single human life, in the most treacherous waters in the world, so that a seafaring son could meet his dying mother. This story, unbelievable as it sounds, can be verified in the archives of the Maritime Office of the Australian Commonwealth in Canberra, believe it or not. That's pretty cool. That was interesting. Sorry about the phone call, but I didn't really want to stop the video and then redo everything. You know me, I don't edit shit, so you never know what you're gonna get live on my show. Well, not live for you, but live recording. But I'm sure my coffee's already. It was way too hot before I started the show, and now it's getting too cold. All right, some movies I've checked out recently. Um, Come on, what happened here? This ain't working. I rewatched Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. I forgot that me and the wife seen it in the theaters. But my wife came home and while I was watching the last half hour of it, she's like, "That's the one we see in theater, right?" I was like, "Oh yeah, we did see it not long ago." But yeah, still holds up. I like it because you get and Claire and Chris Redfield right off the bat, their story with the orphanage and all that, and then going into the zombie outbreak and everything going on with the T virus, and then uh, all the military coming in, having yet Jill Valentine at Wesker, Leon, William Birkin is well portrayed by Neil McDonough. You get Ada Wong in there and stuff. A lot of most of your main characters from the video games, the early years and stuff. So I liked it. It was a good rewatch, worth rewatching. And then and these were on Stars that we were watching, and then we watched Expendables 4. That's the worst one. It's You don't really get any new characters in this one. It's pretty slower paced compared to the first three Expendables. So I know they got a fifth one that they're working on or coming out or something like that, or one that's already out that we haven't watched yet or something like that. But yeah, it's Jason Statham's got the main role in this one, which I like him. I like his character, all that stuff. But everybody else, 50 Cent, and them guys, just not as goofy and enjoyable. And Gunner and stuff, Dolph Lundgren, he has his moments. They have some fun with his hair and stuff, but yeah, it was lacking the structure of the first three movies. I felt, and the first three, you're constantly bringing in new players and building up the crew, and yeah, this one didn't have the impact of the other ones. And the other show I checked out on Stars was The Night Before with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, and Anthony Mackie as the main characters, and then like Jillian Bell, Lizzie Kaplan, and some other characters joining in with like parties going on and stuff. And it's basically three buddies getting together for the first time in a long time. One's got the pregnant wife. Well, Seth Rogen's got the pregnant wife. That's Jillian Bell, that gives them a box full of random drugs. A little bit of coke, a little bit of shrooms, a little bit of weed, a little bit of everything. Tells him to go off and have a fun night with his buddies and just let everything go, blow off some steam, get prepared. You're gonna be a father, and might as well enjoy it before the kid comes. All kinds of twists and turns happen, and it's all based around a Christmas style play, and you get a little bit of It's a Wonderful Life, a little bit of Scrooge, a little bit of a variety of different characters, or uh, different parodies from a variety of different Christmas style shows. They do an awesome job with that. I love Mr. Green, the guy that plays uh, the little stoner drug dealer from high school that's still around out there taking care of things. I don't want to give away what ends up doing and stuff, but yeah, he's my favorite character in the whole show. It was good to see. I mean, I'm not huge on Seth Rogen, but his movies are all right to me. It was good to see Joseph Gordon Joseph Gordon Levitt. Again, I haven't seen him in anything new in a while, newer. But yeah, that was that was a fun movie. Uh, Rewatched on Amazon. I was bored in the middle of the night and just couldn't find anything I cared about. I just wanted something for background noise. Came across the Blues Brothers, and every time I see that, I can easily put that on. So I threw that on and ended up getting sucked in, sitting here till like 12:31 in the morning, just having to finish it off, watch it, the whole thing. It's just the best time to commit crime would have been during that whole movie. And while all the cops were chasing him from however many counties and through Illinois and stuff. It's like I don't think they had any law enforcement left anywhere other than chasing them. But I'm curious. I mean, it was back in the day, and you see some of the scenes where they bust through the mall and stuff, and people almost getting completely run over by the vehicle and stuff. That one lady goes slamming against the counter when they first bust through the wall into the mall. Like, I wonder how many people weren't stuntmen type characters and weren't actually supposed to have incidents where it was that close where they could have got their head run over by the cars and stuff. Yeah, it's a fun movie. It holds up. I always like that one. On a mission from God. Uh Super Bowl was LIX, was that 49 or something like that. Just yeah, it was a boring one this year. I didn't care for it much. Um, I didn't care who really won. I'm an NFC person, so it was good that the NFC won, but I did want to also see the Chiefs get their three-peat, but sadly that didn't happen. They did not have a good night at all. Travis said it there. Didn't have much action or anything. Dropped the one ball and then only did a couple more plays. But I have been cleaning out my childhood home this week because of stuff that's going on. And been coming across some of my stuff that I totally forgot about from my childhood. Came across this Masters of the Universe book. It's The Trap. It's a golden book, but I am going to definitely reread it, check it out again, see how well it holds up. But yeah, artwork's decent throughout. Great for kids. I'll check it out and then I'll put it in a little free library for another kid to enjoy one day. And I also came across The Black Hole. This is also a golden book from Walt Disney. And I used to have that round robot character with the head. I actually still got him. I know I came across him when I first came back into the house. I found a box of my goodies. So it's down with some of my other figures somewhere. But I do have the robot. The head pops up out of the base chamber. And I also had the big, yeah, a couple pictures in here of the big one. But no, it ain't coming good ones. With the big robot, I also had that character. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure I had a couple of the. I know I had a couple of the people, but I don't think I had any ships or anything like that that would have been with the black hole. I think it was just those figures. But yeah, this one's in great condition too. I mean, it's got its reading wear, but I'm really surprised that I didn't draw anything in these and mark them up at all. So this one will also probably end up in a little free library, but I do want to read it again. First, I have been in the mood to rewatch this movie, revisit it. It's been so long, but I might see if I can find it. I want it one of the platforms and then redo it. It's like this character here almost has like a Buck Rogers feel to me. Yeah, it's always fun what you come across when you're cleaning out closets and drawers and cabinets, attics and basements. You never know what you're gonna come across. And then I don't know. I don't think I showed Elvira's bust to anybody. I know everybody's trying to check out her bust, but what there? But there was a 3D printed bust at our friend's shop of Elvira. I'm not a fan of the bust at all. And the half body things without arms. I prefer a full body figured myself. Full body figure. It's so many ways you can take what I'm saying. But it was $35 plus 30% off, so I figured what the heck, it was someone that was stopping making things and they were pulling out of the shop, so we figured we'd help them out by picking up a couple things. But yeah, I'm thinking about picking up a 3D printer now that the prices are going down and stuff. I might get one later this year. Probably not till the fall, late in the year or something. But yeah, that was another thing though that we ended up picking up. But I think that is what is this? I don't know what that. That's something else. Yeah, I think that was all I had for show and tell this week. Um, and then I finally checked out some stuff on Shutter. Two sips left. Uh, Prisoners of Ghostland with Nicolas Cage. It's a strange one. it's, it's Asian, Japanese maybe. Lots of Asian characters laughing and picking at the white man, and he gets thrown in prison, and then he gets pulled out, gets this suit with all these explosives put on him, and given an opportunity to go find a girl that was kidnapped and bring her back to this evil ruler. But it's kind of like a parody on Escape from New York, kind of that feel to it. But it was all right. Just something different to check out, and it's Nicolas Cage, so I'll check out all just about anything from him. I mean, a lot of his stuff I don't care for when I first watch it, but then I come back to it, revisit it, and it's all right. Just like the one where he raising Arizona, where he kidnaps the kid, and him and his wife can't have a kid. And they want a kid, and someone else has like a bunch of kids, so they steal one of the kids. Yeah, I didn't care for that the first time I seen it, but the next couple times I seen it, it was better as I watched them. Checked out a Full Moon Entertainment movie, the Primevils. I didn't know it was Full Moon Entertainment, but once I seen the creature animation, not really animation, it's more stop motion type photography. But it had Juliet Mills in there, which my wife was surprised. She's like, a full, isn't that Juliet Mills? Why would she do a Full Moon Entertainment picture when she's such a big actress over the years? But yeah, it was her, and she did play a uh, scientific role, and she did play it very well. I mean, she definitely has her acting chops in her. Um, but yeah, it's basically where they they're kind of like find a Yeti that's dead and Yeti type creature, and they end up searching for a live one. Oh, that went down the wrong belt. But as they're searching for a live one, they fall into this area, and it takes them into this environment where there's lizard people and ruling the area, and there's you find out that there's aliens that are cross geneticizing characters, making their own beings and all this stuff, controlling them neurologically and stuff like that. And it's interesting. It pulled me in. Even the wife. It was halfway through the movie when I restarted it when she was going to bed, and she just sitting there. I caught her just standing there watching, and actually pulling her into it, and then seeing uh, Juliette Mills acting in it. She was drawn to it, but I told her if she ever wanted to rewatch it, I'd rewatch. I'm easy with full moon films. I haven't watched one in so long. It was nice to see that style of character, uh, stop motion character work, like in Puppet Master and all those movies. Uh, and then on Paramount Plus, I realized that I haven't watched season 4 and season 5 of Star Trek Lower Decks, so got caught back up on those. Still a great show. I'm not a Trekkie. That is one Star Trek show I do enjoy watching. So it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's animated, so makes it easier to watch. But yeah. Other than that, I think that's it for today, boys and girls. Uh, Sorry about the phone call again, but I'm not editing it out. I just figured I'd get a hold of people, let them know that their shit's here so they can come get it. Other than that, I got a couple boxes in the mail, so I'm gonna do some unboxings today also. And I'm hoping that I will get back to doing my single comic book reviews again within the next day or two. I got a whole stack all ready to read, and hopefully I'll get to at least a couple today. So, see what happens. So keep following Under the Color of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes. Leave a comment. I'll respond to your comments. If it's something I feel should be mentioned on a show, I'll mention it on a future show or whatever. I'll give shout outs to anybody that leaves comments too randomly throughout the year. And yeah, check out Crimson Colored Comic Club for our group reviews and creator interviews and all that fun stuff too. And we will get back with more of this every week and lots of other goodies. So just keep an eye and an ear out, and we'll be back. All right. Thanks. Bye.